and welcome to Goblets and Gaze. This will be episode 7. Yes, 7. 7 sounds right. Because we're recording these so far ahead, I forget recording because I'm just like, oh yeah, episode 3 comes out this week. How is everyone doing? We are currently short a Aki. Aki will be appearing magically at some point when there's Canadian Thanksgiving.
Happy Canadian Thanksgiving, everyone. I got turkey meat. It's very good.
Happy Canadian Thanksgiving from December.
That's just Christmas at that point, but you know what? I'm sticking by what I said.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Everybody else doing pretty well this week?
Yeah, just
Yep.
kind of on the tired side.
Yeah, that's very valid.
All feelings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We will get into things. I will do the recap. So last week, you all braved the magic fog and, met some undead friends who tried to eat you. Marrow got sick a couple of times, but you did manage to defeat them. You all tried many different ways to get through the fog, usually just by walking. None of them ended up being successful.
Never said we were smart.
And so you all eventually turned to the help of a masked bird that was a nosoi, or a nosai, never remember the exact term, but it was a psychopomp who essentially had been sent up there to keep an eye on Marrow to make sure they didn't get themselves hurt, and eventually did lead you through the fog to the outskirts of Obara. And you made camp a little bit ways outside the city just to be safe. It's that morning you all were deciding on a plan, and you were just about to figure out what to do. So just if you hadn't committed to what you were doing yet, you had just slept and woken up. So I think that's what we're going to go with. Is you've all woken up, you're eating breakfast, and you've been told that your first order of business should probably be to map out the city.
If memory serves correctly, I believe we discussed staying in a group, and for today just surveying the outside areas of the city, not quite entering it.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry in this case.
We realized that only the person that brought us came. That the only our guide actually knows how to make a map.
Yes, you did.
Yes,
You're like,
that's
we'll
right.
split up and make maps, and then use Velen is the only one among you that's the skills to make a map.
To be fair, I think Bones the only one being paid to make maps, except maybe Astraea. So,
Yeah, the only one who might be able to make some kind of map. Astraea is very quiet.
just taking a nap.
Yeah.
But I do say that sticking in a group, at least for today, we don't know how dangerous the city is, and it would be a nice idea to sort of have Velen map out the exterior first before we go inside.
He's like, yes, that is probably a very start. From what I can see, the city is a little bit bigger than I expected.
How big did you expect it to be?
It's a city.
Yeah, not this big.
Then what? You wanted a village?
It would have been nicer, especially knowing what we know now.
Good luck for you.
While everybody's doing their preparations and stuff, and just sort of trying to figure out where to start. If everybody could give me a perception roll.
I still haven't even yanked my dice out. That's how horrible I am.
Tricking us again with combat?
I promise I am not tricking you again with combat.
It's okay.
That's what a DM that was tricking us with combat would say.
I'm just figuring out where you guys are gonna start.
Groon has an 11.
Groon is very perceptive.
Tesh has a 17.
Liana has a 19.
8.
I got a 12.
Let me see what Astraea gets.
Probably an absurd number.
At 18.
Oh, okay. Reasonable.
All pretty, pretty middle of the road. Good. Everybody got a good roll. I will say that you do notice that definitely there's a lot of smaller, almost what maybe at one point were like shanties and makeshift huts on the outside of the city. This was definitely where the poorest of the poor were living. You can kind of see from there. And then I am going to ping on the map. There is an area over here above the trees. You managed to see a very tall tower.
Can you ping it again? Oh, okay.
Yeah, tower over here. Just sort of, as you can tell, in
that spot.
Yep, that building right there in the middle of the woods. There is a tower.
Tower has height. Height makes it easier to get the lay of the land.
Yeah, and you would imagine most of these trees at from what you can tell, it was probably a mix of farmland and just areas that probably were mostly clear of trees back when the city was a city.
Mm. I suggest the tower first.
Yeah, Velen will agree. He'd be like, yes, getting a lookout over the city probably our start.
Give us some direction, somewhere to go for, a better idea of the size, as well as how much is still roaming about.
He nods, and he packs up his maps. He gets ink and print ready, and he turns to all of you, and he's like, "Well, just let me know whenever you are all ready to go. I'm ready whenever you are."
I don't see any point in waiting around, unless Maro's still dying.
I'm not dying.
Tended to.
I'm certainly not dying anymore.
Yeah.
Don't you need daily attendance to your sickness?
No.
It's the most
Grun took
awkward
good
way I could
care.
have phrased that. Okay.
Yeah. Maro did make their stay this morning.
Oh, okay.
So they don't get any worse.
Okay.
I feel
thought it was
fine.
every day you had to do something new.
It's essentially, they're gonna be good. They're safe, but it's not enough to give them any negatives to any.
Nice. Well,
I
let's
feel
go.
kind of bad, but I feel pretty good compared to yesterday.
Sleep it off. Good job. Let's go.
So yeah, you all pack up. You mostly leave camp, the caravan and the horses there. This is going to be your staging area. And
Gosh, our horses are gonna get eaten.
No! Is there anything we can do?
Astraea's gonna kill us.
What? Is there anything you do?
Protect the horses?
I mean, you are far enough back from the city. You're you're most of a mile back from a city.
Yeah, but what if some wolves or some zombie wolves come after the horses? I don't think we can fight the horses if they become zombies. Ethically.
I mean,
I could.
With Astraea giving you puppy dog eyes about it, I don't know, man.
If they start sprouting little red crystals, then all bets are off, man.
You know what? That's fair, actually. But I do want to keep them safe, just to save Astraea's tears.
Yeah, since they're not red crystally, by all means, let's protect these horses.
Mhm.
I say this in and out of character, frankly. Mostly out.
Was there anything specific? You could always, at least for now, bring them with you, but it might get a little bit awkward taking them into the city.
Well,
we can at least take them to the tower until we find a better place to stash them.
We should take them into the city so that if we get surrounded, we can just tie up the horses and run.
Or ride the horses out. They're not bait, Grun. Grun, they are the escape. They're not bait.
I don't think ghosts care about horses that Actually, no. I think if Astraea was a ghost, she'd care about horses, but that's a very niche case.
Astraea's I care about the horses.
Yep.
Is there any sort of scarecrow that we can put up that looks like a scare wolf that scares off wolves? Oh wait, no, don't we have that wolf pelt that we can just put up and see if we can make a scarecrow out of it?
Sure.
What?
Do you want to roll survival with that?
I do. If I can make...
don't even work on birds.
Listen, maybe they're really dumb wolves. We'll see the wolf and be like, "Oh, sorry, my bad. This is your prey. I'm respectable." I got a 26, so whatever I made is good.
Oh my god!
You take some mining equipment that's in there, some shovels and some rope, and manage to tie essentially use them as legs and bones for the scare wolf. and sort of set it up near the horses, and the whole time we're looking at you like, the fuck are you doing? And I mean,
just to verify that we're not completely dumb, there's not like a structure nearby that we could safely put the horses in, like an abandoned house or barn or lean-to.
Your best bet is probably like here, or it's further down the road. You are far enough away from any of the houses currently.
Okay. Then
It's
we
essentially right where that line is where the fog is. You guys essentially got right out of the fog and then made camp.
You know what? In fairness, we were just in that fog for a long time.
For most of the day, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can use the scare wolf.
Yep.
I mean, is the scare wolf
spook the horses
scary?
than actual wolves? But
Mara looks very proud of their creation.
Yeah.
Are the horses spooked? Please tell me no.
No, they just because I watched Maro do it.
Horses can be real dumb sometimes.
To be fair, like
plastic
maybe
flapping in the wind.
A few hundred feet away, you might think it's a wolf, but it just kind of looks like a pelt tied together with a bunch of.
My good roll mean nothing here, but also I don't know what I expected, so Maro's just gonna look very proud and be like, "That should work."
It's like it's something.
Wait,
we're not leaving anytime soon. Let's go.
Yeah, that's definitely going to
I
work.
will also admit, the woods have absolutely no animal sounds.
Oh, that's not comforting, actually.
There are no birds, no sounds of anything else. Just
nope.
Complete silence.
What is the weather like? Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it foggy here? Is it raining? Is it overcast? Tell me the weather report. I want to know.
The report is it's still, I believe I said it was spring. So yeah, it's got a cool morning that we'll get very hot in the afternoon. It is currently overcast, so yeah, the sun is behind clouds. Honestly, the clouds, they don't look like rain, but they don't look like they're moving anytime soon. But
well, I say we just start scoping out the outside of the city. I think this beautiful scare wolf, we're calling it the scare wolf now, should work perfectly fine. And Mayor's just gonna pat the scare wolf on the back.
Stick falls off.
No!
Little stick tail falls off.
Yeah, it's like the tail you made of the stick falls off. She did it.
Mara still looks confident.
Yeah. So are you gonna start with the tower?
Yeah, starting with the tower seems like a good bet.
Yeah. You do notice that you were close to what probably at one point was the road, but has been overgrown with trees and just other nature. I bet you can tell because there's a bit more distance between. You guessing the road will lead into Obara there, and so you sort of make a way and follow the road for a little bit. Find the break in the trees, head down. You do come to when you do head off the path, there is a house right there, which looks kind of more like it was like a guard post of some kind, like watching people who are coming into the city. And then off over here, you see what looks like it was a sort of a smaller, like maybe a farmhouse at some point.
You guys want to, Valen, do you want to check out any of these houses, or do you want to just go straight to the border?
It doesn't matter. If you want to poke around, I will record whatever we find. Honestly, I'm a bit scared as to what I'm going to find behind any of these doors.
I'd say the guard
post to go home, Velen.
That is not an option, sadly.
That didn't sound
if you say
good.
So.
I, like you, need to see this whole thing out.
How come?
10 year.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
It's like, yes, I kind of have many things writing on this. It's my thesis, my possibility of getting 10 year within the next 100 years.
10 I think 10 year for 100 years is a bad trade.
Not what he means, Groon. Not what he means.
That's what they tell me.
No, dear. Tenure is sort of I think a thesis or something like that is written, and if it's sort of proven and researched, you get money to fund something. I think.
Isn't it like you can't get fired? Like you have to teach forever. You're stuck at it. You can't ever get fired anymore.
They could revoke tenure, I think.
I mean, you can get like killed, I guess. But other than that,
and if like
short of an execution.
Yeah, or
fired.
if you're like revealed to be a murderer or something.
Yeah.
Then they revoke tenure.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just job security.
Yeah, it's pretty much job security. Tenured professors, they don't ever leave the schools.
I mean, not to sound harsh, but your tenure would definitely be revoked if you die here, I think. I don't think tenure is something that happens in the underworld.
It's like, well, currently I don't have tenure, so I wouldn't lose it if I died here.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't get it if
tenure, I respect that.
Well, it is definitely up to you in the end on if you want to continue. I'd say the guard post is on the way, so we should check it out, but not stray too far from our path.
I will let you and Tesh go in first.
All right.
I do forget that you're the chef, Tesh, and you're not here for bustle, but I guess you are now. I have certainly seen your combat capabilities, and you are certainly skilled. So yeah, I don't see why we can't lead.
Cool. So you're going in to the guard post right here?
Always.
Yep.
Cool.
I will let Marrow go first as the official, protector of the caravan.
If I die, I die. Let's go.
Yep. So you, all in all, it's the building seems to have held itself together pretty well. For like however long, 300 years or whatever it's been here. The door is a little bit worn with age, and it does make a horrible creaking noise as you push it open. And inside, there's a moment where you're like, don't know what I was expecting. It literally just looks like somebody got up and left and then just never came back. Nothing's in disarray other than like just a heavy layer of dust over everything. It literally looks like a guard just like stepped outside for a drink. There is a rack of equipment on the wall. It is all rusted and probably just tarnished beyond use. There's a sort of a desk where there's a book and a half-burnt candle. Candle is no longer lit. Just making sure to say that.
I'd be impressed if it was.
There is like what looks to be like a bunk bed in the corner with a footlocker. Looks like there were probably about 2 guards shared as shifts here and just kept eyes on everybody coming in and out of the city.
So I am going to can I do like a quick scan of everything to make sure there's nothing that's gonna jump scare us?
Roll perception.
Okay.
I'm gonna hand the book to Velen and Astraea so that they can have it, because I figured they'll want it.
Yeah.
Got a 17 to perceive any danger.
You don't see anything.
Well, it seems safe to me. It is quite interesting that everything seems so, I don't know how to say it, but pristine? There was no chaos here, it doesn't look like. Velen, are you recording this?
Yes, he's writing notes, and then Astraea has the book, and she's just like, this looks like it's a log of people coming in and out.
That was a really cute approximation of her accent.
It was.
It was really cute.
Well, that could be interesting to look at, to at least copy not every single name, but sort of a trend of how many people are leaving, how many people are coming, stuff like that. Because if there is an influx of people leaving recorded, then we can grasp what day it was. And if there's no influx of people leaving, then we know something very, very, very strange and very bad happened outside of just everything we know so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he and Astraea go and pour over the book, making notes. Was there anything else you wanted to do here? There was the footlocker.
Yeah, let's bust that open.
I think we should minimize the amount of stuff we bust open because, this is technically a haunted town, and we already have information.
Gently bust. We're gonna open it first and see how that goes. And then if busting becomes required, then we will bust it.
Tesh, if anything bad happens from this, I am going to hold you to it responsibly. Because I am very against the idea of meddling further than we're supposed to.
Why am I being held responsible?
You're the one that's opening
I'm
it.
not the one who wanted to come here. Oh,
Just
for the...
Yeah, for that specifically.
It's for science.
Yeah,
Wait.
technically.
Aren't we supposed to meddle with as minimal stuff as possible, though?
Velen, you want us to open this locker or no? It's probably just like old weapons, but anyway, they could, I guess, I don't know, try to kill us.
Nothing has tried to kill us so far, so I see no problem with us opening the footlocker as long as we leave everything where we found it.
Astraea, no offense, we have been here for 3 seconds. Nothing having killed us yet is not very encouraging. Give it an hour and maybe we can come back to that idea.
And Valen is just like, we can just put everything back. I wasn't going to take this book from this place. But is the footlocker locked?
Is the footlocker locked?
It's got like an old rusted padlock on it that you're pretty
I
sure
will-
that you could like just thing.
I will gently rip it off the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not very gentle because it's very rusted. So it's essentially like when you give it a nice tug, the metal just snaps.
And that's all I need.
Yeah.
No aggression, just
Mm-hmm.
very matter of fact.
And do you open it?
Yep.
Just making sure. So yeah, you open the lid. In it you see a bunch
double
of
question.
you see a bunch of like folded up clothes that are incredibly moth eaten and probably rather mildewed by this point. And if you continue poking around, you'll see what looks to be a sack of coins. There is under
what's the currency?
the currency. It is a
Like, is it the modern day currency or is it like an ancient coin?
It's the same currency.
Wow.
It's still like a thing that was under Crestian rule. So
Uh-huh.
the currency itself may be like slightly older, like when you find like a penny from the 80s or something, where it's like it's still the same thing, but it's got slightly different printings on it. He's gonna accept it as the same.
Gotcha. Okay. It's not like running across the Spanish doubloon or something.
No, we're not uncharting it right now.
Dang.
There is under the clothes and everything, there is what would be a feather, a piece of red string tied on the end of it.
I found a feather and string.
Also,
Congratulations.
the sack of money looks to be about 30.
Well, it can stay there. I'm not touching cursed treasure.
Yep.
I've seen Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm not going anywhere near that.
Yep.
No, but we said we weren't disturbing things. So,
Mhm.
I will gingerly pick the feather and the string. Is the string connected to something?
It looks like it might have been at one point, but it either was severed, or just rotted away.
Okay, and I will just very gently show it to the group, like we're in first grade show and tell.
Yep.
Maybe a little Vanna White going on here. Significance? Anyone? Does anyone know anything about this?
Do I know anything? What do I want to know things about it?
It would be a society check. Anybody who wants to make it can.
Oh, well, I mean, I can make it, but...
Ileana, what does your society check look like?
Hang on.
Astraea is the one with the society brain cells, and she's not
I know.
yet.
Hang on. Let me look at mine. Mine's a 3.
A 3? Whoever wants to make the roll can.
You're gonna have the best choice here. I got a 0.
I have a 1, and I'm going to roll it.
Does not know anything about society.
No. Let the person with the 3 roll it.
Yeah.
I thought we were
roll
all
it.
allowed to roll it. Or it's just 1.
Well, mine ends up being a 21.
21.
All right.
Yeah, we're using Ileana's brain cell.
This is a you definitely recognize that it's part of a tradition, where like a betrothed, there would be 2 feathers and they would be connected by red string. And when you would get engaged to somebody, you would give them one of the feathers, and the other one would keep the other. And
that's
then
cute.
the whole thing when you would get engaged, you would. I don't know why they would cut the string, but so one person
So you
has.
can tie it
Yep.
at marriage.
Yeah, you can tie it at marriage. I'm making this up on the spot.
Well,
That's
very
all
cute.
the best lore is made up on the spot.
So true.
Yep, this is a feather.
Yep. I have a fun
It's an
little
engagement feather.
It's an engagement feather.
That's cute.
So one of these guards was engaged to somebody. I have like a little fun little trinket generator sitting in front of me, and I'm just constantly rolling on it.
Well, I think
I'm gonna put the engagement feather back.
Mhm.
So you don't want to mess with an engaged ghost.
That would be bad.
That's like an extra layer of no, because then they're upset they couldn't get married.
Oof.
On top of being dead from a plague or a mob, if they were magical. Like, there's too many layers here, so they're definitely a ghost, and we definitely don't want to take them off. So putting the feather back very gently top
And while
and closing the locker.
and while y'all are being so careful, Groon has finished marking everything as her territory and is
Oh my
eyeing
gosh.
the gold or
Groon?
like
The locker is shut.
Can all of us see that Groon has burned Groon was here into everything?
I don't know. Were you trying to hide that you were burning
No.
into everything? Okay, no. You just look up and like on the like table, there's Grun was here. On like the side of the bunk bed says Grun was here. On the walls it says Grun was here.
There's one on the ceiling. You're not quite sure how she got to it, but she figured out a way.
Run.
That's just impressive, actually.
What was the one rule that Astraea told you when we were leaving to investigate the city?
Only take gold?
Oh, no, it was to leave everything exactly as it was. I don't think that this building had
nothing.
Grun was here carved into it before you got here. Now, did it?
Dear Lord, this is impressive. Velen says as he looks around.
I know the ceiling one. Like that's a good jump. Frankly, I don't know. Goblins could jump that high.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
I don't know anything could jump that high. Actually, like
Don't give
proportionally.
her positive reinforcement that she'll do it again later.
Look at this and tell me it's not impressive. Either she climbed something and jumped and got it, in which case she managed to like do it
Silently.
in midair and silently. None of us saw her jumping or scuttling around like to hit the ceiling. I'm impressed. Well done, Groon. I mean, obviously bad, but like, well done, Groon. That's all I can say.
It's like when the dog gets up on the table and eats a steak. You're like, you're a very bad dog, but that was impressive.
And all when you're out of the room for like 2 minutes.
Let's go before Groon defaces anything else. If I was Astraea and if she was hypothetically here, I feel like she'd be handling this a lot better than I am.
Astraea sees the look of horror on her, shocked into silence.
Grun, if you burn one more Grun was here into anything, you're grounded. Back at camp.
You put me in ground?
Yes.
That
We will dig a hole and bury you up to your neck.
And you better hope the scarewolf keeps you safe.
Because the horses sure won't.
Groon just has this look of horror on her face.
Have I made myself
It's an old
clear?
Bloggers tradition.
Yep. Grounding.
Timid nod.
Good.
All right.
Out of character, I feel
Good
kind of bad for Groon, but anyway.
Poor Groon. I love Groon.
Yep.
Mero's just gonna give them a pat on the shoulder and be like, I am serious, so just don't do it again. And I am mad, but I'm not gonna hold it against you. Let's just get out of here before ghosts decide that they're pissed at you for marking Groon was here on everything.
So yeah, you Velen puts the book back. He's made a bunch of notes. And you all leave it, for the most part, the way you found it.
Oops.
Everything's like 99% the way you found it. But yes. And so you see the tower off to your left. So you start heading through the woods that way, and you do come across another sort of. This one looks to be a small farmhouse, but you can see the tower yards or 100 yards or so away from that.
I'm gunning for the
The tower.
Yeah, I say the less buildings we like grown into, the better.
That's probably a wise idea. So you head over to the tower. You're maybe at first expecting what would be a guard tower. It's not a guard tower. It's got like a steeple roof, and definitely looks like this was someone's home. The door, you could come up to the door. It's just very big, very like thick wood, and it's got a lot of arcane symbols carved into it.
Huh.
I am pinging the tower.
Thank you. Velen, do you know what this says in whatever arcane language this is?
Yes.
Can you share with the group?
And he looks at them and he's just like, this. I wouldn't say it's a warning, but it's a warning to people who try and steal from here. Like Ileana, you would probably also know that it's just like it's your standard like arcane symbols of warding that a wizard would put on their tower to just be like, hey, thieves, don't take things.
Polite and to the point. I like it.
Respectable, yeah.
So Velen is like, this is another time. I don't think I should have to say it, but don't touch anything.
Touch nothing but the lamp.
Yep.
I look at Grun.
She wilts away, still thinking about being buried up to the neck.
As long as she's thinking of that, then she's not thinking of burning Grun was here into everything. So like that's a win.
Alright. Who in first? Yay! Astraea's here!
Hey!
I can stop doing my meh voice for Astraea.
No, oh my god, let me hear it.
I was like, can I do it again?
Yes, you can.
We believe in you.
It was just like, there are lots of people that I'm through here.
It was better earlier,
It
but
was
it's still
better
very
earlier.
cute. It's still very cute.
You did your fucking best, and I'm very proud of you. But yeah, sorry that took so long. I thought it would only take like maybe 30 minutes. Did not expect it to take like an hour.
It's okay, you're forgiven.
Yeah.
So what I miss?
They went into a guard outpost, and Grun marked everything. You guys found an engagement feather, so one of the guards was getting married at some point. Other than that, you just found yourself at a wizard's tower.
Oh, is this the map?
Yep, that is the map.
Ooh. I'm so happy I can finally see it.
Yep. We are pinging the area that they are at.
Pinging. I don't see any pinging.
Scroll.
It might be behind a character profile.
Yeah. Scroll
It's
down.
pretty far on the edge.
Yep, I see it. Is that where you guys are? Is that the camp?
The camp is the red square. They're at the area they're pinging this building down here, which is the wizard's tower.
It has the buff Tesh on it, our camp.
Yeah, I see the buff
Yeah.
Tesh. I love it. What a
Courtesy
wife.
of Tick.
Sorry, I might
That
need to repeat what I missed.
So they, first Marrow made a scare wolf at the camp to try and keep anything away from the horses. Then you all made your way to this guard post that I'm pinging right here. You all, as you opened it up, it looked immaculate other than a heavy layer of dust. There was nothing destroyed, knocked over. It literally just looked like they had gone out for food and hadn't come back.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because the first thing you notice, everybody did perception checks in the morning. You noticed the wizard's tower, or you just noticed the tower off in the woods. So you decided it's a good place. You can go. You can get up there and take a look out over the city and sort of get a feel for what you're getting into. And you have just arrived at the tower. You did notice a bunch of. That's when you realized it was a wizard's tower. There were a bunch of arcane symbols on the door. You were able to tell that they're just essentially for thieves.
We also threatened Groon.
Yes, Gruen did mark everything in the guard's tower with here. The guard's place was Gruen was here.
Oh
So
my.
we've threatened her with literal grounding.
Yeah.
We're going to bury her in a hole if she doesn't.
I don't think that's what you intended, but that's what she took from it, and
No.
y'all just ran with it.
I feel like that is actually what Miro intended, just a little bit.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, if it's gonna scare her enough to not do it, then yes, we're gonna go with that.
True. It's just like, yeah, when you ground someone, you just bury them so they can't leave. Solutions.
Yep. That's obviously what grounding is.
Why are frontliners just so messed up? Anyway. Anyways, back to the wizard tower. It just has a room at the front that says "Don't steal shit," and since we're not stealing shit, it's probably fine.
Yeah. So who would like to go in first?
I'll do it.
Oh, me.
No, no.
I haven't done anything. I'm going in first.
So Astraea just bursts
She
past
does no
you
magic.
and opens. And this is when you get in. You see the ground level because you're on the ground floor. It just seems to be lots of shelves with books. There is what looks to be an alchemy table, a table with other various items on it. There's like a staff, a bag, and you do sort of notice off. There are 3 suits of armor in here.
I don't like that.
And then there's around the corner. There's a spiraling staircase headed up. And you can see there's probably about a middle level and a top level.
Can I do a general sweep to make sure nothing's going to try to kill us again?
Sure, yeah. Roll your perception check.
All right, 1 sec. Got an 18.
An 18? You don't
Yeah.
see anything.
Well, it looks safe to me. Again.
Yet again, like everything else, just looks like there's a heavy layer of dust over everything, but it looks like the person just went out to buy groceries and hasn't come back. They went for headlight fluid and never returned.
Oh no.
Okay. Are you trying to make like a deserting dad joke? Because
Yes.
I don't understand. I've heard a lot of people say headlight fluid, and it took me a while to realize that's what it was. Like that's what you meant.
It's a red versus blue reference from like one of the early scenes. I think Caboose.
Yeah,
was
no,
just like,
that's where I first learned about it because over here we just go. He went for milk and never came back. You know, like.
Specifically, it's just like it's a red versus blue reference.
But no, I've heard people unironically say headlight fluid, and I'm like, damn, y'all must really have a collective.
I think it did become like a reference that like people knew after red versus blue, where it's just like a thing that it's like that's not a thing. But yeah,
Fair enough.
as we are getting distracted, but yeah, it looks like they just stepped out, and other than for like the very heavy layer of dust, it's like or you like sneeze slightly because just all the dust.
Achoo!
Ileana, roll me a perception.
Check. Yes. My dice yeeted itself out of my hand. That does not count. 18.
You're looking around. On the not alchemy table, there is something that seems to be covered by some kind of cloth. It catches your eye.
So I'm going to slowly lift the cloth up to see what it is, just in case it's the thing I'm looking for.
It is a mask made out of bone and etched in with silver.
I can't remember. Is that the...
I think it is.
It is the item that you were sent to get.
I'm sorry. I'm like brain dead tonight, y'all.
I remember it and you don't. I'm the better cultist. I'm kidding.
Do the rest of us see this?
I mean, I don't think she was trying to be stealthy. You just sort of, as you're all spanning out around the room, just sort of taking a look, you just watch as she picks up this cloth and reveals a mask. Doesn't look like she's trying. Are you trying to pick it up or anything, or be super sneaky about it?
Stupid just yet.
Yeah.
Well, I look at it And I go, oh, wow, that's a very nice, pretty mask.
Wait, what's Grun doing?
She's following behind. She has a short memory, but not quite short enough that she's off doing mischief yet.
Yet. Okay, good.
I mean, I can make a stealth roll. I don't know if I could hide it very well, but I can try a stealth roll.
If you wanted to try and like hide what you were doing, like you wanted to try and slip into your bag or something, that would be a stealth roll.
I want to try and want to try and slide it into my bag.
So you are?
I mean, obviously not while Astraea's watching, but like
I'm watching. I'm there. You can't take anything. I like last session I was very like adamant that you don't take it. So I'm making sure y'all don't take anything. So if you're gonna do that, I will insist on a perception.
Yeah, I mean, or if you want to try and wait till she's gone,
we'll
or
just wait. We'll just wait then.
But you know where the mask that you were looking for is. Yeah. There. Anybody want to look at anything else? There's a bag, and there's what looks to be a staff in where the tip is inlaid with this sort of green gem on the table as well.
No one's opened the bag yet, so I'm gonna do it because at this point we're just rummaging through everything. So like YOLO.
Yeah. So you open the bag and it's like dark. There's not really light in here. So you like stick your hand in, and then you're like go to your shoulder. You're like, wait, this bag shouldn't be this deep. And you pull out what looks to be a set of like.
Oh man, it's a bag of holding. We can't take this one.
It's a bag of holding that held this guy's clothing. Is there anything else in the bag, or is it just his clothes?
Roll.
That's such a funny rhyme.
Roll a. Oh, this is like roll another perception check.
I almost broke Aubrey. I was like, what do I roll here?
I almost said just like an investigation. I'm like, that's not the right word.
I got a 13 this time.
13. Yeah, you pull out looks to be a sack of money. You pull out what look to be 2 rather large healing potions.
Well, Maria's just tempting us.
I'm not going to steal from the dead. Specifically because my party doesn't want to. Like, they're dead. They're not using it, but I think they'll kill me for it.
And you pull out a wand.
Ooh. Can I use my one brain cell to determine what type of wand it is?
Sure. Yeah. Roll a Arcana check.
Oh, I got a 14.
14? You know it's a magical wand.
Oh,
it probably has some
does.
sort of spell in it, but you to be able to figure out what spell it was.
Could I cast Read Aura on it?
Astraea, can you help me with this magic wand? I don't know what it does, and it seems very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Read Aura, that just tells you what kind of magic it is.
Yeah.
It is evocation magic.
Oh, this thing's going to shoot something out and blast the fuck out of us or something.
Well, let's not use it then.
Yes, we're not going to use anything in there. Mark this on the map. Is there anything else that's like remotely interesting besides the fact that we're in a wizard tower?
There is an alchemy table. There is a lot of books. So
is there an upstairs?
There is upstairs. There is stairs going up what looks to be a middle level, and you're guessing there's probably a higher level.
What about the suits of armor that you mentioned?
Yep. What about them?
Can I check them out?
Sure. Yeah. Roll another perception check.
Okay. I got 25.
They're suits of armor. They all have. You do notice that they do all have like runes engraved in parts of the armor.
Astraea, can I pick your brain again for a second?
Oh yeah, sure. You want on the armor this time?
Yes, it looks like there's some runes that are carved into them, but I have not much knowledge of what runes do half the time.
Okay, do I have knowledge of what runes do?
It would be a recall knowledge. I could say you either roll Arcana or Crafting.
They're both the same, so I'll just, for the sake of this, do Arcana because I went to school.
Mara just knows Astraea is kind of really smart, so like
a 16. Yeah, 16.
You're not relatively sure. It looks similar to like the runes that would create like animated armor or like animated weaponry. But it looks to be slightly different.
Well, it looks like the type of spell that would make this come alive. It's a little bit different, but that could either mean worse or better.
I don't like what that implies for there being 3 suits of armor with the rune that brings them to life on them. I'll be completely honest.
Can I just double check it with if I used read aura on the 3 suits of armor, specifically the runes?
Read aura that yet again is I guess it's just the school of magic.
Yeah, it's the school of magic, and if it were an illusion, I would know.
Because it's not specifically a school of magic. It's magic, but not as
Yeah. Well, they're definitely magical. That is a fact. But that's what the runes look like. So I guess I will reiterate: don't take anything from the wizard tower. Said it louder for the people.
Yep.
Grunt knows what'll happen if she does anything to the wizard's tower. Well, I think we've investigated a lot of what's on this floor. Do you want to go to one of the higher up ones? Velen, do you need any more time to write stuff down?
Velen is like, I need so much time, but yes, we should probably keep moving.
Take shorter notes then, if possible.
There's probably 200 books down here, and oh my god, I want to read every single.
Then come back next time. You're an elf. You'll live long enough.
Yes. We will keep moving, and he will. He's not really paying attention. He just goes right up the.
That's just gonna go all the way to the top and see if there's like any windows to like look out on the city and get the lay of the land like we were in the first place.
Yeah.
Can I also go to the top because I want to feel tall?
Oh. I mean, I can pick you up. I'm kidding.
Unless you just throw Marrow into combat. This is our new strategy. Let's go.
There is a feat later on that just lets the barbarian yeet people into combat.
I also have a feat where I can share my rage with you, Mara.
Like that you have now?
No, but I can take a feat where I can share my rage with you.
Interesting and kind of terrifying.
I mean it when I say, like, please take the feat where you can throw allies into battle and just throw Groon. Because Groon could then be a living fireball. And I feel
she
like
would be a literal fireball, yeah.
Yeah, she would achieve her dream.
Oh my gosh. Yep, it's
true.
Taking that feat when I can get it. Just to achieve Groon's dreams.
Yep.
And also for the fun of yeeting party members.
Yeah. Grun, what are you doing?
I'm still looking terrified.
Do you follow?
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah. Aki, what is Astraea doing?
Since everybody's leaving, my goal is to leave last because I seriously don't trust them to not take anything.
Yeah.
I don't want to be cursed on their behalf.
Yeah. Ileana, give me a quick will save.
Oh no.
1 second. We don't get any add-ons for will saves, right?
Well, it's whatever your will is. You just add it to the d20.
Gonna roll it in the room. Maybe.
Yeah, you got a 25.
Awesome. We'll go with that.
Yeah. You do feel something like sort of. It's that sort of feeling at the back of your brain. That sort of pulls you. You find your vision pulled back to look at the mirror, but it doesn't pull you towards it.
Okay.
But it wants your attention.
Notice me, senpai.
But other than that, are you going to stick down here or head up top?
Does definitely follow everyone else because obviously Astraea is not going to give me the option to where I can actually take it currently.
Yeah, probably not. So yeah, you move up. I will say the second level is what looks to be like a bedroom. There is a bed. There is a lot of clothes. Lots of very fancy looking. Well, were at one point very fancy looking, just before they were moth eaten and sort of destroyed by age. There is another staff leaning against the bed. There is a table with just 7 or 8 books just piled on top of it. And then you all head up to the very top, which looks to be some other kind of office. There's a desk with paperwork everywhere, like a super dried up inkwell and several broken quills. The walls everywhere are just covered with books. There are several small objects on the desk. You see a small black cauldron, sitting on top of the desk with, if you look in it, there's like residue. You can smell the old ingredients for potions. And then there's also a sort of a fist-sized black rock on the desk that has all these runes carved into it. But there are also several windows everywhere looking out over the city. And whoever is trying to look out over the city, give me a perception check to see what.
Ooh, I'm doing that.
Tesh, what
It's
do you
gonna be
see?
a 21 from me.
I'm hanging out with Tesh, so I'm gonna do it too.
Do I get any points for being tall? No, I'm kidding.
I got a
Do I
22.
Fuck y'all, I'm shorter and I saw more. 25.
Do I get a circumstance penalty for being the shortest?
No.
We're all just very perceptive. Like,
Yeah.
can you say that Mara's just like low key climbing on Tesh's shoulders like a monkey? Like, oh damn, I can see better now. Thanks.
Just see better out of a window.
Hoisting Groon up with one arm, hoisting Astraea up with the other arm, Marrow on her head.
Literally
Welcome
here.
to LFIC party.
Mhm.
So
Literally carrying the party.
What you're saying is you're picky.
I mean, I can.
Nothing's stopping.
I'm gonna ask before I climb up onto Tesh's shoulders. Actually, this is a polite Marrow thing to do to get a better vantage point, you know?
I mean, if the ceilings are tall enough to accommodate it, Tesh will allow it. And we'll offer to Groon a boost.
Grun will absolutely take a boost.
Okay, then she's just gonna like give you her forearm to hold and just lift you up.
Yeah. So
Just
you
the
look
power of the
out over this very large city. This was definitely this was probably have rivaled. Eventually, if it had continued expanding the way it was, probably could have rivaled Cressa for the size of its city. You do see sort of in the middle of everything, that looks to be probably where the Lord lives. It's like a castle. And you just sort of see buildings everywhere. You do see the mountain behind the city where the mine was. But other than that, was there anything in particular you were looking? Yep, that's the castle.
Just overall layouts, any signs of like movement in the streets, any like good entry points.
You see that there's like many gates, and all of them are open. So they're all a decent entry point. Say you sort of draw a rough map of this, sort of where things might be. You're guessing this might be some kind of market. There's some statues. This side appears to be the more run down, poor looking houses, and the richer ones seem to be open.
Okay. So rich is to the north and poor is towards the docks?
It's towards the ocean. Because that's the ocean.
Yeah, and we're judging this by size?
Size and like how nice the houses are.
Okay, fair enough.
They're all like slowly being reclaimed by the wild, but like everything is a lot more cramped over here. They look to be houses built upon houses, whereas the houses are bigger and more spaced out.
And we don't see any like of any kind, like even like banners flapping and.
There are some banners and things like that, but there's no animal or human movement or creature movement. And as I said, there are no animal sounds in the wood.
Still don't like that.
No birds, no anything like that.
Can we tell, are we able to tell from our elevation, the highest elevation in the city? Is it the castle?
It's going to be the castle.
Okay. I think those are all the big questions I have.
Anybody else have any questions?
Not that I could think of off the top of my head, no. Just, do any of the buildings look destroyed? Or is everything in like a pristine condition?
You can't really tell too much where you're at. It does look like a lot of the buildings, like a lot of them are, being reclaimed by nature. There's like ivy and plants. Looks like there's a tree that grew up through a house. But overall, it doesn't, you don't see scorch marks or things that look like they were destroyed. It just looks like they've fallen apart from age.
I have a question. What's the smell like up here?
There's lots of ocean, lots of that salt water smell from the sea.
Amazing. I feel at home.
Yep.
Are there any boats still in the docks or in the harbor, or have they all sunk by this point?
No, they've all long by this point.
Okay.
You might see what looks to be a mast sticking out of the water, but it's hard to.
Okay. Not that I intend us to sail anywhere, but
It's
just good to know our options.
You will do notice looking out towards the ocean, the fog continues over the ocean.
Oh, interesting.
It
So
sort
we
of
were
looks
just in a bubble.
Yep, a bubble of fog.
Huh.
Grun will turn to our guide or guy, and be like, "Why didn't we take the boats?"
Well, we did send a boat here at one point, and it never came back. So I thought inland would be better.
Did you bless the boat?
We thought so. We thought it might have just been privateers.
Astraea is horrified.
Maybe there's zombie boats.
Oh my. Okay, yeah. This place is never mind. It's level 11 on it. It's gone up. It was like an 8 or a 9. It's 11 now. We're not. I swear to God, I will run.
And then it's yeah, if my tenure wasn't on the line, I probably would have turned us around.
A bunch of people died. Your colleagues died. I think turning around, they wouldn't have scolded us for that. Oh, we fought zombies with crystals coming out of their chest.
Yes,
And we
did.
fought your colleagues who were dead.
Yes, we did. But yeah, like I said, let's make a map. Let's get any information we can. Let's try to keep this to no longer than a week.
One could argue, since you're the only one who made it here alive, get tenure just for that, right?
Yeah, that would be nice, but I would like to bring. I would hope it would work that way. I don't think it does, though.
Or you can send all of the competitors for tenure here, and when they all die, it goes to you automatically.
Oh, that's a tempting offer. That's a tempting thought. That's so tempting.
That's so fucked up. No, you can't just kill people because they're competition.
Do you know how
that's
hard...
exactly how you get rid of your competition. You kill them or you break their legs.
No.
I mean, you make it look like an accident, but
no.
Do you know how hard it is to get tenure?
No, I don't.
It's gotta be hard.
Teacher,
Look how desperate this guy is. He's shaking and he's still here. He's desperate.
Listen.
He's kill his competition.
No.
Guys, look. I thought they saw a bird. Oh, but they didn't see a bird. And I'm going to start pushing people out. We're just going to... Look, there's that.
I'm gonna just keep holding on to Grun, on my shoulder, so she can't get into trouble. But also, so she gets a little I don't know. She gets to be tall for a while, I guess.
Can I just be
Mostly
running
so
on?
she can't get into trouble.
Can I just be running on Tesh's shoulder because Mira also wants to feel tall?
Yes,
you're gonna...
I'll allow it.
Fantastic.
I don't know if the DM will allow it, but Tesh will allow it.
Give me a quick flex save to see if you make it
downstairs.
Me
Okay.
or Tesh?
Tesh. Oh no.
Well, it's a 10.
It's okay. You can drop me down the stairs.
Yeah,
I don't care.
it's like, do you want to just everyone go, or do you want to? If you drop Marrow, you can carry Grun. Grun is like
I'm
30
dropping
pounds.
Marrow.
Yep.
Sorry, Marrow.
That's
Mostly,
fine.
Like,
you and Grun do not fall down
Grun
the stairs.
is squishy.
But you have to drop Marrow.
Marrow,
You
you
like
have
it?
hit points. Grun does not. I don't think. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Gun has more hit points
Okay,
than
yeah,
all of
yeah.
us, and we're like, oh damn.
Yeah, Grun is squishy. Grun will be affected here. Also small and it's, yeah. Sorry, Marrow. You're going down the stairs. Bye.
That's
I will
okay.
throw you down the stairs.
Also, refresh me on how much health you heal after sleeping again, because I forgot to do that. Is it your level plus your constitution?
It was. It's your level times.
I mean, at level 2 with 2 con, it's the same number, so thank you.
Yeah. I think it's your level times your con mod.
Thank you. Fantastic. I'm still not full though. Anyways, I'm going to can I do a save to land on my feet when I get yeeted? I
would say you're able to get down.
Okay. It was fun while it lasted, to be tall.
So you all head down. You're at the do you just straight up leave the tower?
Did anybody investigate the second floor beyond like looking at it?
I mean, was there anything you wanted to check out on the second floor?
Me personally, no, but
Okay.
I don't know if there's other people here.
I'm here to do bodyguarding. Velen, have you found everything that you wanted to?
Velen is like, not really, but I will come back some other day.
I don't know how to break it to you, but this is probably your only chance to look through this material.
No, we're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be here for like a week. He can probably come back later throughout the week. I'd rather get this place semi-mapped out as fast as fucking possible.
That is true. I
mean,
understand that.
It's a big city. We're most likely going to spend the whole week doing the mapping. I mean, you always say you're going to go back, but you never actually end up going back to the first park in Disney World. You end up doing all of them and never go back.
What Disney World, Dash?
I mean,
another way than you trying to get us sued.
What's a Disney World?
But when you go to the capital city and you say you're gonna go back to that first cool shop, but then getting really distracted by like another part of the city, and you're like, "Well, I've seen all the landmarks. I don't have time to go back to that shop."
I don't think a wizard tower to a wizard is not going to be memorable.
If you all didn't need for mapping, I would say me up when you're done. But you need me for mapping.
Can you like teach Astraea how to draw a map?
Should we maybe?
Or anyone else who seems quick at picking that up?
I don't think we should leave Velen here and the chance of some zombie wolves getting at him.
Why not just draw the map from the top of the tower?
Kind of did a little bit.
It's a rough one, but I would want to get more a more in depth. There was only so much we could see from the tower, especially behind the keep. We couldn't really see any of that.
I say we do start moving now because every moment we stay here, I also want to start reading all of those books.
Yes, there's so much knowledge, and I wonder how many rare books that are lost to time are there.
I know. I do want. No, we have to go right now.
We have to go.
I can absorb this too.
Yeah,
I've been resisting the books this whole time, and I can't do it anymore.
Oh my god, we have 2 fucking nerds. I thought we had to worry about one.
Our first discussion was about books, Astraea, and you also read the books. You are also a nerd.
Yes, but I'm a nerd that has priorities.
So do I. I haven't been reading books. I've been scoping out the area.
I know, but you're tempted. I'm not tempted. I am more spooked by the fact that there are fucking ghosts.
It's just ghosts.
Not yet, but there will be.
Yeah, they're just ghosts.
There most definitely are ghosts here. Okay, you don't leave things like this. You don't just disappear. Okay, there's got to be a minimal level of ghosting and plaguing. By the way, I don't think we found any like corpses either. Yeah, did we find?
That's corpses? What I was just
Not yet. No.
I was just thinking that myself.
Exactly. Isn't that like a level 10 of haunted? Yes, there's no corpses. Everything is relatively nice and it's actually kind of fucking beautiful. But everything else is just these people disappear. This is a fucking plague, you know? You leave things behind.
I don't think the plague is what got rid of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to find out, to be 100% honest.
Astraea?
I just don't want to upset the fucking ghost, okay? Like 22, I have a life. I would like to live.
Astraea?
Hey, DM.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, go ahead. You first.
Yeah, as we leave, what numbers did this haunted scale of yours go to? Because it's been an 8 or 9, but then it went to 11 and went back to 10. Is this a scale of 1 to 15? Is this just, how is this haunted scale structured? Yeah.
Okay, listen. 15 is my maximum. If anything ever reaches a 15, I will leave you all immediately. I rather take my chances with the fucking forest. I will leave. I will take Grun and I will leave. I think Grun's the only one I can drag. But everything else, yup, no.
Oh.
Okay, I don't think we can even survive a level 15. And if by some terrible, horrible, abnormal chance that there is a 16,
Is
we're
16
going
like a ghost god?
level 16 would be like a lich dragon
Oh.
ghost demon
Oh.
coming up from the undergrowth to just destroy us. Okay, not even like worse. What would you do with that kind of power for real? Like, okay, we're not talking no more. Pinning it. There we go. And we're leaving. I'm going to start pushing people out of the fucking tower.
Okay,
DM,
I'm going
I have
up.
a question.
Uh-huh.
This is a long shot, and I'm sure the answer is no. But does Tesh have are her ghost senses going off at all?
I mean, it's a great question.
Like, is her ghost being like, hey, there's other ghosts around? I don't know why
I mean,
she sounds like that, but
Oh my god, shut up for a second. Oh my god, Tesh is Danny Phantom. When you
I mean, have you ever tried to like talk to your ghost? Like,
nope.
Are you going to?
I don't know if she necessarily talk to her, but I think she will try to she's gonna try to, I guess, connect to the ghost without raging. Probably will separate herself like 20 feet from the group, like 20 feet from the group, and just try to not burst into a rage, but also just kind of vibe check her ghost.
roll me a will save.
21. Okay.
Damn it.
21? So yeah, it's never thought to do before, but yeah, it's like, and it's less of words and more of feelings. You do think that it's probably very rare that the ghost itself will actually speak. But
Other than kill.
Yeah, it's got a very limited vocabulary.
That's
but
fair.
You get the sense that your ghost doesn't sense any other ghosts.
Do I get the sense that she could?
Theoretically, yeah.
Okay.
She's very tied in with that.
Ghosts can see ghosts.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Okay. 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 The rest of the party just sees Tesh get the heebie-jeebies and just shake it all off real hard and walk back to the party like nothing happened.
What the fuck was that,
And
Tesh?
just be like, okay, pretty sure I just have a hunch. I don't think we're gonna find people here.
How suspicious on a scale of 1 to 10 was that?
Extremely fucking suspicious. We saw her shake. And then she
Not
did it.
convulsing, like when you get a shiver down your spine.
No, shut up. Listen, this is what we saw. We saw you either stray off way forward or stay back a bit. And I'm pretty fucking sure, since I said I was pushing people out, I would notice the 7-foot tall woman just right behind me start shaking and then go, yeah, we're not gonna find anything. You know how haunted that looks? Astraea is looking at you right now like, and then I'm looking at the rest of you and I see, look, 11.
We'll be right back after the words from our sponsor.
Actual play comedy podcasts are awesome. We can all agree on this. What about if they're in outer space? What if the cast don't take themselves too seriously? If you think yes, then you will love Experience Points. We're an all-queer cast playing Starfinder and trying to survive whatever bombshells our GM Kenny can dream up for us. We're an impulsive bunch who rush into things, which has landed us in some surprising situations. Have you ever almost died in a spaceship sauna malfunction? We have. Come join the adventure with the crew of the GD Hoopty and their surly computer AI, A-Hole, as we traverse the galaxy, leaving a trail of pink glitter in our wake. Listen to Experience Points today wherever you find fine podcasts. Then come say hi to us on Twitter at EQPoints, or tune in for our live streams every other Saturday at twitch.tv/experiencepoints, or you can now find us on YouTube. We'll be sure to unroll the pink carpet and have a cup of space chamomile ready for you.
Hi everybody, we're Waffles Maple Syrup, and we play Pathfinder 2e and all sorts of different TTRPGs. You're about to listen to our time travel homebrew campaign called Time Has Passed. Check it out!
Doldrin just comes charging up this way towards where Elle ran off to, and sees that rune still there, and Tanagal attacking Elle and be like, I said the rune! As he just turns, charges at it, and again just jumps, leaps, and swings with them all.
Why would anybody want to be a human? That's stupid.
Most people don't get a choice.
I mean, but we did.
Wow.
That's a lot of damage.
I have no weapons aside from my body.
Oh dear. Oh my. Oh my.
You see this humanoid shape enclosed in a white robe form in the void of your dreams. As we zoom into where his face should be, there is nothing but blackness. The blackness that leaks from his hood begins to enshroud your mind, wrapping around you in this space. I need all of you to make a will saving throw. And if you like what you just heard, search Waffles Maple Syrup, one word, and give us a subscribe.
Thanks!
Enjoy the rest of the episode.
Could have been better on my part.
What the fuck was that?
I don't have a good.
Can you give the best one you can, even if it's not that good?
So when I get really mad, I sometimes, you know what, like, if they're dead but they're not dead, I just can punch them real good. So I have a sense for that. The undead or ghosts, mostly ghosts, but also undead. Not like in a holy way, just like in a they make me real angry. So I'm not that mad.
So
I'm feeling really good, actually.
To clarify, you have a hatred of ghosts that is so strong that it makes you incredibly angry, and with that anger of ghosts, you can sort of sense ghosts because you hate them so much. Is that getting here? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, that's about sums it up.
Fish.
Yeah.
Did you maybe think that maybe you're not sensing any ghost because you're surrounded by 5 people who are very alive.
Because I didn't think to question if there's range on it, but it's all kind of a new thing I can deal with, so it might have a range, but I mean, it's pretty intense anger.
No. I know about the intense anger part. We've seen a lot of that. I am just concerned because what you're saying makes it very high key sound like possession. And
really?
Like yes, that you basically went, oh, I get so, and I'm like, you know what else gets angry? Demons and ghosts and a lot of other things that possessed my teacher.
I mean, I do have a lot of pent up anger from over the years that normally I would, killing people. And there's not trying to tone that back a bit. So, I guess now I just do it towards ghosts. It's a process. I'm processing.
Why do you hate ghosts so much? And I was going to say that we're talking while we're walking to the city, because
where did you want to enter the city from? You can ping it on the map.
Closest gate.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like them very much.
Why not? It's a ghost
as
side?
a concept, because they should be dead and doing their own thing and not bothering the living with their agendas and their I don't know, quest for vengeance that are their own problems and are not living people's problems. So they just suck a lot.
That sounds oddly specific. I was talking more about hating all ghosts. There are ghosts.
Aren't all ghosts?
All ghosts,
Angry
yes.
vengeance ghosts?
Of course not. I mean, I think if
are there other?
I don't think all ghosts are vengeance ghosts. I'm pretty sure not all of them are. Probably.
How do you know?
I mean, if I died, I don't think I would be a vengeance ghost. I'd just be, I'd be a pretty chill ghost. I'd do community service in the underworld or something. I don't know. Not everyone when they die is filled with vengeance over it.
Yep.
You know so much about ghosts.
I will say that as you are entering the buildings that are around, there's a stable. There are a bunch of other small houses. When you enter, you do see right around here that there was an inn, and there's all sorts of different kinds of shops around here. This was probably the main gate.
Oh, look at all these things we can check out. Let's go look at that. And I was going to go look at that.
Yeah.
I was just going to point out that I'm still going to point this out that it is very, very clear that Marrow worships Doan, since we can't go a single function without Doan being mentioned at least 3 times. Because when you say, I almost mentioned him 3 times. Look at that fucking Beetlejuice, man.
It's like, are you surprised that the person that worships the god of death knows a little bit about ghosts? Come on, Tesh, get good.
Tesh doesn't know anything about ghosts.
Also, no offense, but if anyone is going to look like they're going to get possessed next,
Oh, is that your guess? Are we putting up a bet here for who gets possessed first?
Look,
Are we starting a bet?
Look, all I'm saying, if Marrow is the one that gets possessed, Marrow has probably the best impulse control out of majority of you, and if Marrow gets possessed, it's game over. I'm fucking leaving.
I honestly, considering Grun's love of property damage, I'd say that she would get possessed first more than anything.
Grun is also a cleric, and I feel like I mean, I guess clerics can get possessed by ghosts, but I feel like they can't be.
Grunt, can you get possessed by ghosts? We're just rummaging through shit in buildings, just being like, hey, can you get possessed by a ghost?
You're we'll say that you're slowly making buildings. Is your main goal the Lord's Castle?
Not today.
Yeah, that seems like. I mean, we're probably doing like a perimeter and just circling our way in towards the castle. Like, just doing full perimeter and then the next circle a little tighter and the next circle a little tighter into the castle. Does that make sense? Is that something like a plan?
I mean, what we could do is aim for the castle. Like we're headed in that general direction. We can check out a few. And if I feel like if we get to the castle, we'll get a pretty decent map-ish. And then maybe, I don't know, tomorrow we could like attempt a party split or something like that.
Yeah, main focus is getting to the castle, getting the rough map out, and then you can spend tomorrow searching. I will say, though, it is the exact same store. Every single building you pass, every single building you look in, it, other than the fine layer of dust, it does not look like, and then, the nature taking over, it literally just looks like people just stepped out. There's no sign of struggle, no sign of chaos, no sign of fighting.
Pied Piper situation.
Yep. Again, the as of now, whole town, everything, level 11. Okay, that is the level of haunted. Tesh herself 10, but like everybody else, everything else 11. Okay, and remember 15. I'm out. 15, I'm out, and if Meryl gets possessed, I'm.
That's fair.
I don't think I'll be possessed. I hope. I'm not here to cause problems with ghosts, and therefore they probably shouldn't have a problem with me.
That's what I'm saying. I think that this group, you and I have the best impulse control. I'll even put Ileana actually in the three of us. I'm not sure. I think the three of us have the best self-control. Okay, but my
wow
is the one worshiper over here. If this bitch gets possessed and she's a frontliner and she's just a nerd, can you imagine? We're fucked. She can take me out very easily. And Ileana, you look like a twink. She'll take you out too. We're fucked. We're so fucked. Yes, Dave, fuck me. I said I misgendered that entire thing. That entire thing I misgendered. Meryl. Fuck. My bad.
Meryl looks very, very miffed at you right now.
No, retcon.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, we're not getting into gender wars. Fucking.
True.
We're all
We should probably stop bullying Tesh and actually do our job, though. Like as fun as
we technically are doing our job.
True, we are.
Aubrey just said that it's basically the exact same description. The way I'm picturing is that we're fucking walking. Wow, this is going on.
You're walking through the streets, you're looking, and you do eventually find yourself to what was probably there's lots of old decayed stalls, with a lot of them probably have fruit that's long rotted away, fruit vegetables that are long rotted away. There are a stall that looks like it had fabric that is just now all decayed and moth-eaten. Same thing with there's armor and weapons that are just completely tarnished and rusted. But in the middle of this market, there's a statue. It's a statue of a dwarven woman.
Is she hot?
Are you into dwarves?
I'm asking for me, not for Marrow.
Does she have a beard?
No, she's not.
I think Marrow would probably be. I mean, not specifically, but yes. But I'm asking mostly for me.
Yeah. I mean, if you're into dwarves, sure. Yeah, it's got it's the statue made out of what you're guessing is probably stone for the mine. It's pretty basic stone. It's long hair, flowing robes. Someone who did it, knows how to make a statue. It sort of looks out over the market. This is where a statue of a god would normally be, and you're all aware that there is no god who is a female dwarf.
Oh shit, who is she? Felon, do you know who this is?
Wait. Freaking Lila did mention that the priest was trying to get everybody piped up on different religion.
I will say that this is a church.
Oh my fucking 12 cult.
Stop adding
I
numbers.
mean, you knew that going into it.
You know, I'd say we go into the church to investigate, even though it's probably not the best idea.
That sounds like an awful idea.
But I'm curious, so I'm going into the cult church.
Oh gosh.
I'm going to check out, like, look at it from the entrance before entering. Like, I want to make sure that I'm not doing anything incredibly stupid, but, like, I do want to know what's going on in the cult church.
Oh, is this okay? Wait. It's a dwarven woman said that's what the staff. This is this is Torfine?
Torfine.
Torfine, yeah. Yeah,
You're guessing is.
Oh. Yeah. This is exactly what Lila said happened. The priest came, tried to make the town worship this woman, and then afterwards they went a little mage crazy.
You know what? We might find all of the villagers or the city folk in this church.
Mara with their hand on the door. Well, do you want to check it out or not?
I'm just saying it might be full of. I mean, if they all walk to church, they would leave normally, and then the priest just kills them all. Poison, gas, I don't know.
Oh,
And you have
Tesh,
a building full of bodies.
Can you use your ghost sense that you now have, I guess, to see if there's any ghosts inside?
Yes, I can
Tesh is
definitely.
a walking EMF meter.
I can do that. I'm gonna back away from the group again, just in case I get angry instead of talk. And just oh, I don't like it, but I'm going see it. Yep. Oh gosh. 14?
Unfortunately, this time it doesn't work. You feel yourself start to rage. You all notice the telltale signs of Tesh raging.
Oh no!
Touch, hey, the sun's going down.
Is there
just gonna very gently tap like, oh no, look, think happy thoughts. Look, there is a fucking bird in the sky. I don't know, look at the daisies. I'm gonna just keep quoting everything that is.
You really had to go for Walking Dead there, didn't you?
Yeah, I
did. Yeah, Tish,
look at the flowers.
Make me another will saving throw. I will give you a +1 circumstance bonus for Astraea.
Oh,
yep. No,
3.
You managed to rein it in, and you just like take some deep breaths. You do your breathing exercises.
I'm like,
you're like, okay, I got it. It's control.
I'm patting you on the arm, very, very light pat. My hands are so nice. Just pat. Quoting
we're good.
I can.
We're good. You can.
Oh, you sure? You good?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely.
I don't know. There might be
You're not sure.
Open the doors and find out.
I will peek in. I'll open the door, creak, and peek in personally because I don't want everyone else to risk this. But I feel like we do have to figure out what happened here a little bit. So, wait, before I do that, I'm gonna look at the group and say, is everyone in agreement if I open this door? Because I do want to know what happened, but I also don't want to risk everyone's life against their will.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Open.
Astraea, why don't you stay with Tesh then? Just because Tesh is very.
I haven't left.
Okay, just stick with Tesh then, just to make sure that you don't get hurt if you're afraid. Tesh, are you okay with this?
Do it.
All right, I'm gonna do it. Let's open the door, or at least peek into it first.
All right. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
That's better than a con save.
I got a 27. I got a nat 20.
Ooh,
you look in and see everything. It is a church.
Okay.
It is empty. Everything.
It's a very empty church, and everything's very dusty. You can come on in. I'm just gonna enter the church. Take me to Snurch.
More like clerk.
We can't get
That's a cult
copyright
church.
stricken for that.
It's clerk.
You will notice that the altar in the front, at the end of the pews and everything is a bit in disarray.
Oh, this is the first sign of a struggle that we've actually seen here.
Is it a struggle or is it just like a messy person?
Snake.
Church.
It's
They are snake cultists.
It's Snurch Snake Church. It could be a messy person. Are there any like books or anything that we can like read?
No, you don't see any.
Any sign of like a prior god that was in this place before they replaced it with Dwarf Lady McGee?
You do see some signs of what looks to be remembering my gods there for a second. It looks to be Solacra, the goddess of love and fertility. Looked to be a church dedicated to her. You do see some of the symbols and stuff. There is a there's like a tapestry that you like push one back. There's this sort of tapestry depicting Earth and crystals.
Oh no, I don't like crystals anymore, Chief.
And it is of Solacra, the symbol of the pregnant woman.
It looks like this was a church of Solacra, the goddess of love and fertility, before it was changed into something else. You can see because of these symbols and this tapestry. Not a bad choice, honestly. She is a very nice god to follow. There is this tapestry of the earth and these crystals, though, and I don't think we've had many good experiences with crystals recently.
What color are the crystals?
They are clear. They're like quartz.
Okay.
They're like quartz kind of crystal.
Oh, okay.
So they're not evil yet.
Anything else?
Can I cast read aura on the crystals?
The crystals are just they're not like actual crystals, they're just part of a tapestry.
Oh, never mind. For some reason I was thinking of fucking floating crystals. I'm like, aren't we lyrium?
Can I check for any like trapdoors like in a video game?
Sure. Roll me another perception. As far as I know, you are all just sort of still standing at the entrance. Has anyone actually approached the altar?
Oh yeah, I'll approach the altar.
Okay. So yeah, as you approach the altar and you look behind it, are more of just bones.
I heard you do see bones. So I don't know what I missed, but there sure are bones.
Behind the altar, it looks the skull itself looks like it was caved in with a blunt object.
Guys, I found the first dead body.
Oh, I'm coming in. I want to see it.
And it's sort of it has like a bunch of like just ruined fabric all around it that were probably its clothes at some point. So yeah, it is a skeleton. It looks like you can easily tell that it was killed from a blow to the head.
Can I look at the ceiling? Does it look like anything? Like, is there any holes in the ceiling or something? Like maybe something fell on them instead of very obvious murder?
There are holes in the ceiling, but not anywhere near. But it's more like looks like the holes may be due to just.
Can I appraise a skeleton, like to see how it died? Or is that
sure? Give me a medicine check.
Okay? I got an 11, so
you just look at the very noticeable wound in the skull, the caving in of the skull. You're like, well, it's for sure how this person died.
Damn.
What are you checking for? I mean, he's dead.
Yes, but if you know how someone died, it can provide insight on what happened here. For example, dying because they got hit in the head with a weapon or was killed means something different than, let's say, something fell on them and they died,
Can I look at the ruined like robes and see if I can find like any like clergy symbol on it?
Yeah. Roll me a perception check.
And her description is enough to make me want to check the body to see if I can tell anything more besides the head wound.
Give me a medicine check.
Dirty 20 for me.
27.
Dirty 20. And what exactly were you checking? Sorry.
I wanted to look at the robes and see if there would be like any holy symbols or whatnot to any god, really.
So the medicine check, you're very sure that as much as you can tell, pretty much from the state of the bones and everything, you agree with Marrow. The wound to the head was probably what killed them. The robes themselves, it's hard to tell because like the fabric falls apart in your hands, but you do find a sort of a ruby-looking crystal on a red cord,
like attached to them.
It's around like where the neck would be, It's kind of like fallen, and you sort of like you shift some stuff, and you pull it out of the remains of the fabric.
Okay, so I have the in my hands. I have the crystal. Does it look like the things that were on the zombies?
It is a red crystal. It looks as much as it is in the same thing. It is a red crystal. It's not glowing or anything, though.
Could I read aura?
Sure.
I do that.
Yep. There is nothing. It is a crystal.
Huh. Okay. Religious people. Anybody have like affinities towards red crystals?
I don't think Doan has any relationship to red crystal. Do I know this? Just
yes.
Okay. He doesn't have any affinity to red crystal specifically. No.
It's pretty. It looks like it's on fire. Can I have it?
No.
I'm going to literally put this right back, like where it is. I'm just trying to figure out if this is the fucking priest or not.
And as I will say, all of you are all very sure that red crystals have no association with any known deity.
Must have been her symbol.
It could have been, and I don't like that because we already had our own red crystal fuckers. And by the way, I'm putting the crystal like back near the skeleton or on the skeleton. I'm not fucking taking that with me.
Maybe it has to do with this fake god that they've designed for their kingdom. Maybe she has something to do with this.
Oh, no. She wasn't designed for their kingdom. Lila specifically said that this priest came in, started talking up crazy, and got everybody to tear down the statues of all the old gods and worship this new one, which I think is the woman outside.
No, I mean, I think she's the one that might have something to do with these crystals, maybe.
Exactly, and wouldn't that be really fucking scary?
Does that raise your haunted meter by a little bit, or are we still at 12?
No, we're still at 12. It's just the fact that this is extremely close. And now it's like, oh, these things make sense, and we did also find our first dead guy.
Not very threatening, all things considered, because it's still dead. It's bones. And it got murdered.
I'm asking for everyone's input before I do this. Would it be okay if I prayed for the dead? Because I don't know if the ghosts are gonna get pissed off at me for that or not. But like, I do want to. Maybe if this person wanted to pass on, they can.
Is that safe to do if they were a priest of a different god? Do we know for sure that this other god wasn't potentially real and just super private?
I mean, if they're dead, that immediately kind of puts them in Doan's domain, so...
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know how that stuff works. If
I think that's how it works.
Life, when you're dead, do you also, like, go to their...
I mean, think of it like this. It's
what?
Ash discovers religion, part 2.
It's like, let's say if Grun dies, Grun will still worship whatever god that she worships, which I think is the sun or the fire one, right?
Yeah.
She still worships them. It doesn't change the fact that Grun is very, very dead, and Doan is the one in charge of her fate. So it's kind of telling Doan, hey, I hope this person's okay, but it might be a bit too late for that, honestly. They look like they've been dead for a while.
Huh, that seems like a ranked deal for the worshippers in life.
What do you mean?
Like you pick a religion, you expect to like follow that religion through the end, not like have to shift once you die and be like, oh, oops, sorry.
I mean, technically, weren't all the gods like homies or anything? I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
yeah, it's the pantheon.
Oh yeah, they are all homies.
Yeah, they
they're
were.
all-
Right, that's right.
They were all
They're
great
all-
adventurers.
Yeah,
So
they're
it would
all
be more of a
homies.
you worship all of them and one that
Wait,
you
is the Mad
especially
King,
like.
Is the Mad King
No,
general
it's-
knowledge of being a dick out of character?
What?
Never mind. I said nothing.
Okay, I caught being a dick out of character, and I was like, what?
The Mad
But
King. It's
yeah,
the Mad King.
I'm pretty sure. It's or at least this is how I understand it. When you died, it really is the god of death's job to kind of figure out what the fuck to do with you. Everybody else is kind of just freeballing it at this point, but they all have their own jobs. Like the sea god works with the sea. You don't want to worship like, I don't know, the god of fucking harvest when you're in
Sure.
right? Yeah.
Unless this one is like a different, we have the pantheon, and then this one is outside the pantheon and has their own, like, I don't know, covers more stuff.
So it's the second, Percy Jackson series.
Listen,
Greek gods versus Roman gods.
Should I just say
Yep.
Should I clap a prayer on for this priest or no? Because I don't want to piss this. If this guy doesn't like religion and he's still here and not in the underworld, he might just be like, you're praying for me with a god that I blasphemized? No. You know what I mean?
I mean, if this person died, then they already met the god that they weren't into, and that guy, and the one probably went, haha, what's up, fucker?
That's a valid point.
At this point, you're just you're just choosing to be respectful or choosing to still be respectful.
Which is more respectful?
No, just pray.
Okay, fine. I'll pray. I'm going to pray. I'd feel bad if I didn't. I'll be completely honest.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know how
You
to
take your time and you pray. You read the specific rites for a dead body, and yeah, takes like 4 minutes.
Nice. Okay, I've prayed.
I suggest we bury it, but I don't know what their customs were.
I don't want to move it.
Yeah, I don't want to move it.
I moved it enough for the fabric to start falling apart. I'm pretty sure the minute we lift the whole thing up, it's just going to crumble.
Yeah, you might have to bury it in a bag.
I'd say, is there anything else that's interesting in this building that we haven't seen yet?
No, you poke around.
Well, I'd say
no other bodies or anything.
We found one body. I say we keep mapping things out from here.
I will say it is probably about mid-afternoon by this point.
Nice.
It is interesting.
Lunchtime.
That the priest is the one we have found murdered. The priest for this other religion. None of the convertees.
Velen, you're writing all of this down, right?
Looks up from his notebook. Yes, I need writing.
Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, do you leave the church?
Oh, we do.
Yeah. So you go back out into the market. The gates to the Lord's Keep is in front of you. So do you head towards that?
I say we keep mapping things out. That sounds like a big step or a big leap we're gonna do.
Well, if the Lord's Keep is very high, it is higher than the tower. So if you can find your way up to the top of one of the towers, even like the parapets that are around the keep, you would be able to see all of the city and map it out.
Oh, that's actually very smart. Whoever suggested that, let's go with it.
Yeah, probably valid.
All right, Velen.
Repeat of the other idea. Let's go.
Yep. So you do you want to go into the keep itself or just like on top of the wall around it?
Start with the parapets, work our way in if they're not good enough.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, you climb and you do find yourself to the top of the tower. It's yet again like everywhere else. Just looks like people step. The wood is a little bit rickety, so you kind of have to take it slow going all the way to the top. But you are looking out over the city. You can see pretty much everything, and Velen just starts to work. He just starts to work, and he's like, this will probably take several hours to settle in. I'll try to get as much done as I can tonight. If we can get a rough outline, we can split into smaller groups.
All right. Tesha's just gonna kind of like not patrol the walls because there's nothing to patrol for, but just kind of like walk the walls and just get a, see what the other sites are without leaving the general area.
Yeah. Anybody else doing anything while Felon maps out?
I want to look around because we're kind of like a palace area, aren't we? So I would like to look around a little bit.
Yeah, you are in sort of the wall around it. Like I would say you're like right here. Where you guys are right there.
Astraea, do you mind if I come with you just in case something haunted happens?
Yeah, sure. Come, hold my hand.
Okay. I'm gonna hold her hand.
Yep. So are you going to the actual castle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm repeating myself, but yet again, you enter the castle. It's very much like, especially that first level you enter. It's very much like everywhere else. It is heavy layer of dust. There's plenty of places where like plants and ivy are growing up through the floor, but it just looks like people stepped out. There are no other corpses, nowhere else, just nothing.
This is surreal. I expected to see a lot more ghosts, to be honest.
A lot more mess for me. And like, I don't know, something that clearly looks like dried blood. I don't know. It was supposed to be like a plague, right? So I don't know. I was just expecting a lot more bodies remain.
Definitely. What happened here then? This doesn't seem like the results of a plague entirely. If someone's bones remained, and the only person we saw did not die from a plague, they died from blunt force trauma. So what happened here?
Would it be possible to look, because everything is supposedly there, could I look for like a painting or something that could indicate to maybe the ruler at the time?
Oh yeah, no. You will give me a quick perception check.
Natural 20, so 27.
Natural 20, 27. So you manage to find your way into this very lavish dining room. You do see, there's portraits everywhere, but there's like one that's specific at the end of the hall, and you're guessing this is probably the last ruler. And you see, it's a half orc man, and a elven woman. They've got this sort of the pose, like she's in a chair, he's standing behind it. They're both in very, very nice clothing, and it says King and Queen Hexum.
Spelling?
Hexum, Hexum.
Huh. Okay. I wonder if we can find anything maybe on them. Maybe if we find like, I don't know, like records or like a book or two, we could maybe find out how the king was doing.
Yeah. I mean, you continue looking, and you will find yourself to a library. Ileana, are you doing anything specific during this time, or are you just sort of keeping guard? Everybody's kind of split up.
Ileana's definitely going to start snooping for some books. She wants to learn more about this mask she's been sent after, and she wants to see if she can find anything out about the zombie animals with the crystals that we've been dealing with.
Yeah. Are you going to go into the palace, or are you going to maybe try to sneak your way back to the wizard's tower?
I don't think I'd be able to likely sneak away, so we're just going to go with everyone into the castle and check out the library.
Yeah. When you guys enter the library, you'll see Ileana already there, poring over books. There's nothing specifically about like the crystals or anything. You do find some like histories of the kingdom, and they're all, as history books are, very dry. There was one that was, because they do it by year, so it's essentially these are the events that happened this year. And then for the last few years, you start looking through, and there's talk of the plague. It was dubbed the Crimson Death. It was something that came through. Lots of people died. They put numbers.
Does it mention symptoms?
Victims.
Symptoms.
Coughing up blood. It's honestly like the closest thing. It's probably something close to like a black plague. People coughing up blood, sores.
Meta knowledge. It means they killed all their cats, and they kept throwing their shit on the street. That's all meta knowledge, though.
Yeah, but it is something. It's just like there, wasn't anything good. No talk about crystals or anything. They beseeched the gods, and the gods didn't answer. People started to get angry. There's definitely, you see notes about the priest who showed up, a dwarven man.
Oh, the skeleton we found, was that like big enough to be a dwarf, or was it bigger?
You're pretty sure it could have been a dwarf.
Huh, maybe we did actually find this guy.
Came in that the gods that everyone were worshiping were false gods, and the only true god was Torfine, and if they worshipped her, she would make it all go away. But
does it mention who Torfine could have, like any information on Torfine?
Whoever was the chronicler didn't know. It's just that she was an ancient god. That's the person was claiming.
Okay. I really want to know if we can. I don't know, this shot in the dark. If we can find out maybe where the priest lived. Maybe the priest had some super old fucking papers lying around, and we could maybe find out more about him and his goddess. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm telling all of this to frickin' Mero, by the way, because
Mero and Ileana, because they're both in the library.
Ileana's there too, yeah. But I'm holding Mero's hand, so I.
Do you still need to be holding my hand?
Do you want me to stop holding your hand?
I don't particularly care.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I guess I'm still holding your hand.
Very interesting reading. Doing all this reading one-handed.
Yep.
So
We're tag teaming it. We are one of us uses the hand to hold the book, the other flips the pages.
Yeah.
Can't believe Mara's just holding a book.
It does seem like that as more people start dying, that the notes get a little bit more inconsistent. Rather than you'd see that they usually write about things like once a week. Sometimes it became a month between. Just sort of talking about like how this plague just decimated the city. How they had to resort to start burning bodies because there were just too many dead.
Oh, maybe we could find the pit.
They did mention the pit was near the old mine.
Oh, we're going to find a pit of dead bodies.
I mean, if we found a pit of dead bodies, in a very fucked up way, it would make me feel a little bit better, because then we know where they all went. You know what I mean? Oh, that's really fucked up.
Oh no, I understand completely. It's very ominous to not know where the bodies have went after death.
Yeah. But yeah, no, and then eventually you come to a page and it's just got splatters of blood and messy writing.
Oh, one of the symptoms was coughing blood, so I mean.
Yep.
It might be hygienic to put this book down now.
Oh no, is there any check that I can make to see if a disease would live that long in a book?
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Okay, hold on. I got 21.
Yeah, you're relatively sure something like this might need actually like a living host.
It's probably fine. Like, I mean, I don't know what else you're going to get from it, but if the blood's been there for long, the disease shouldn't be able to last. Yeah, knowledge you might get, but it's probably safe. Gross, but generally safe. It wouldn't have been able to last hundreds of years on the page of a book in dried up blood.
Well, yes, but also, I mean, I mean, would you like to touch ancient puke?
Point taken. I do not want to touch ancient puke.
Yep. So let's just put this book back. I think we got quite a bit of knowledge out of that. Probably can tell Velen. He can take his little bullet notes. Yada yada yada.
Yeah. By this point, you've probably been in the library for about 2 hours. It's getting into early evening by this point.
Is it getting dark in this bitch?
It's you still have probably about an hour of daylight, but yeah, after that it's gonna start.
Oh, okay. Well, the minute the sun starts to really set, like when it reaches that midway point, I'm gonna just start popping up dancing lights.
Yeah. Do you guys make your way back to Velen?
That is a good idea, yes. We can tell him what we've learned, and he can record whatever notes he needs to tomorrow.
Cool. Yeah. Tesh, you keep walking the walls. You see nothing. No signs of movement. No people. Bunch of banners and stuff, but
Interesting.
yeah.
I assume Velen is alive every time I pass him.
Yeah, he's diligently working.
Okay.
When we show up, we're just going to relay the information that we found, like the king, queen, definitely the book with the bloody puke in it, and what we found, and maybe be like, oh, well, maybe we can check out the mines tomorrow. I hate that I had to say that. That sounds very haunted, but maybe we can check there, because
I said that one of the symptoms was coughing up blood.
Coughing up blood, yeah. And it was called the Crimson Death, not the Crimson Fuck.
That's a different disease.
Crimson fuck.
I mean, unless the survivors were very clean. It's interesting that we didn't find any signs of sickness anywhere. No, no
and
sick rooms, no blood.
And Ferris, you would know what that plague is, because it's the same one that killed the king and queen of Lagos.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Wait, Vlogos is a place?
Yes, Vlogos is a place. It's like a whole gosh dang country. What did you think it was?
Stop right now. Stop the press. Stop. No. This whole time we had up in the Roll20 shit a fucking map where the only eligible words were the kingdom. The kingdoms, the continents. That's the only thing that was eligible on the maps. And then the lines that Aubrey drew in, like
legible.
Session 4. Yeah, I said whatever. Oh my god, why are you coming on to correct me?
Listen, we can roast me later. I just thought it was a person, not a place. Anyways, continue.
Wait, what did you think the Vlogos Raiders were then?
They were named after the guy running it because he's arrogant.
Oh my god.
I thought Vlogos was one really buff dude that's really strong and was like, I'm going to raid people. And I thought his entire raiding group was just stolen children and stuff. And they're just one dude, and the final boss or something was gonna be
The final boss campaign is Lagos, the country. All of them, everyone. You gotta kill them all.
Everybody, no, shut up. We're sitting here being like green cells. No.
Not anymore.
Okay, one, it's out of character. Two, Marrow doesn't know geography very well. They've only been here for 6 fucking months. Do you think they'd memorize the whole goddamn map then? No! Be easy on them.
No,
maybe a little bit.
You don't need to memorize a map. It's like asking you right now. It's like you're telling me oh, I didn't know Europe was a place. I thought Europe was a person. I thought Europe was just a big man.
Okay, this was out of character. Marrow probably knew what was actually up. I'm just stupid. Listen, I'm fundamentally a dumbass, okay? Okay, are you done? Are you done laughing?
Let me take like I need water. I need to put my hair up. I need like.
I'm sorry, it was the Europe part that killed me the most.
No, but that's
Is Europe a person?
She said thought Agos was a person. It's basically what you said. That's basically what you said. All I did was just look for the whitest fucking. Because Vlagos is like Vikings, right? That's like white. That's.
I mean, yeah, fair. Yeah. Vlagos is Europe. That's pretty much confirmed.
Listen. Now I feel really bad because I was just like, this is gonna be some cool boss. Okay, wait. I'm talking about Vlagos as a person in your DMs, Aki, and you did not take a moment to question that at all. You were like, yeah,
No, I'm looking at this now. What do you?
1 sec. I'll pin it. I'll quote it. 1 sec.
Where was this?
Oh man.
You know, I gave you the full fucking backstory. I might have just look. Oh my god.
You did phrase some like last night or whatever when we were talking, and I'm like, oh, that's a weird way to refer to a country, but I like didn't think anything of it.
Look at what I just.
I just thought you were like personifying it.
No, that is what I sent you. Now, can you please take that into context with what I said? And you telling me I basically said this person was inside a man? Is this what you're telling me? What you said?
You know, a lot of people can be inside of a man. Nothing wrong with that.
No. It's what I said specifically, like what I sent.
Okay. When I said this message specifically, I pinned it. That the way that was phrased was that's a person, and you said, yeah, kind of. And I was like, hold up.
No, you look at this. I put one is.
Yo, tangent.
Yeah, we're gonna cut most of this out. So,
Damn. Okay, this is the blooper reel, my bad. But like, okay, sorry, I'm a dumbass. Does everyone need 5 minutes, or like, can we keep going?
I do need the 5 minutes starter because you made me drink my whole fucking canteen. So I'm just gonna get water like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
anything that wants to go grab water, use the bathroom, anything like that will be.
All right, 5-minute break.
Oh. So yeah, you all got to there. Velen, he shows you all the rough map. Like, if you all want to look around for tomorrow and do your own searching, I can stay here and continue working on the map. But we should probably return to camp for the night. It's starting to get a little dark.
Indeed. Will you be safe in here on your own the entire day?
I mean, we haven't seen.
You cut out what?
He said we haven't seen anything so far.
Someone knock on a piece of wood.
No.
Because Ferris's thing lit up, and I'm like, okay, but what if that was in character and Tesh just hits a wall and then her fist goes through?
It was me that knocked on the wood.
Noise. Oh, that would be funny though.
It lit up though.
Okay, but yeah, I'd say we should probably head back to camp anyways. It's a bit early, but
yes, we should.
We did find that book that we told you about, I think, correct?
Yes, you did. That's very, very interesting. The Crimson Death has popped up several times throughout history. Maybe there's connections to that.
Pretty recently too, not just history.
Yes, if I remember correctly, there was Vlagos. Not 20 years ago, a few years ago.
Which is it, Felon?
It was not 20 years ago. Time feels so weird to me.
Please, okay, no. I will allow it. I will allow it. I will allow it.
So
you all over there.
You all make your way out of the city and back to camp. It's the sun has completed by the time you get.
Then are our horses still alive and well?
horses are fine. They look up as you like come in, and they go back to eating grass.
You see, my
That's a good
scared
sign.
wolf did it.
I definitely have the dancing lights up.
Yeah.
Not about to walk in this dark and a level 12 haunted area. My
Yeah. So you, Tesh, what are you gonna make for dinner?
Oh, right.
Whatever is left of the meat, any of that, we'll have a little meat course, and then we're gonna have some. We're gonna try like chopping up vegetables and putting them in a bowl and letting that just sit on the fire until they're like a little charcoaly. Just like a little array of vegetables, like some roots and some colorful things. Just, chopped up. We're going to chop up. We're not making soup tonight. It's not soup. It's going to be a side of meat and a bunch of chopped vegetables that are burnt chopped vegetables.
Yeah, you prepare food. Yeah.
No seasonings.
Of course. It's a little dry.
We're out of salt, so.
Yep.
Tesh is a little afraid to do so now after the salt debacle.
Yeah,
She wants to.
Can
because
Ileana
it tastes
volunteer
terrible,
to help?
but-
yeah, Ileana can help. Funny enough, you could use Prestidigitation to season things.
Well, I
Yeah,
can't
no,
use
that's-
that,
Don't worry, man.
but I
Don't
can
worry,
at
don't
least-
worry.
I can
Yeah.
at least help Tesh by taste testing things and telling her what it's missing.
Yeah.
Ileana,
Oh,
about
there
to
we
die
go.
again.
Huh?
I was gonna say, Ileana about to die again.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
She has faith in Tesh, okay? She is determined. Tesh is going to become the best cook by the end of this trip.
Aw,
No,
that's really
like,
sweet.
no, same. I'm willingly 100% allowing Tej to poison me every day. I want to climb that mountain, man. I really want to wipe this mountain.
Oh my gosh.
Just so y'all know, Catherine just most judgy look for my laugh.
Oh yeah. I want to find Groon at some point and be like, okay, I said that was going to give you something shiny, so I'm giving you something shiny, and I'm gonna take out that small compact mirror that I looted off of the dead one of the dead raiders.
Yep.
You mean the one I gifted you? The one I gave you as a gift.
Did you give me this one as a gift?
I remember that.
Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna give the mirror then. I didn't know that one was a gift. I thought the flask was the gift.
No, I remember giving you that mirror.
Oh, okay. Well, that would explain why it's in my readied item. You know what? Yes, you did. I said I would keep it close, and I did, and it's taking up a space in my bandolier, because I wanted to keep it at the ready all the. Okay, never mind. I'll give Groon the small flask that has the that royal crest, that goatee royal crest on it.
Yeah.
It's a tiny flask. Actually, do I have anything else? I think I have something better that's shiny. That isn't a plot device. Actually, yeah, I do. I have another I have another thing that is like a fucking oh, I'm losing the word for it because I didn't describe this well enough. But it's basically just a really nice empty like vial. That's just what it is. And I remember you said it was like it just looked nice, but it was definitely shiny. That much I remember. And I'll just give that to Groon instead.
Memory transfer potion.
No, it's not the memory transfer potion. There was one thing that I found off of a raider that you said that it's just nice to look at, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I was like the only one searching the dead bodies that I didn't want to touch.
Yeah.
So I like have all the items. I'll give that to Groon instead and be like, see, look, there you go. Here's your shiny item. It'll probably be shinier in the morning.
Yay! And then she gets it, and she looks. She hides it really well, but she looks just a little bit disappointed because it's not quite as shiny as like that gem or the gold was.
If you want a piece of gold, I'll give you a piece of gold.
She doesn't say anything. She accepts it very graciously. It's just if you're really watching.
Yep. So you eat, and then you decide who is doing watches.
I call with Tash.
Oh, so unpredictable. I never would have imagined. What if Tesh doesn't want to take a watch tonight, huh? Maybe Tesh wants to sleep the whole night.
I'll take second
No,
watch.
I'm kidding. She'll take a watch. Don't worry. She'll take a watch.
So Astraea and Tesh will do first watch. Anyone want to do second watch with Grun?
I can.
And I guess Ileana, you and Belen can do third watch.
I can do it solo. I mean, kind of need to feed the cat more spells.
Yeah, gotta feed the cat more spells. So Ileana, Belen is just like, oh yeah, that's fine. Just wake me up if you need anything. So yeah, Tesh and Astraea, if you could roll me perception checks.
I'm about to fucking climb into Tick's DM just to be ready for some more.
It's gonna be 13 from me.
14 for me.
Deep sense nothing. It's even at night. There is absolute animal noise.
It's so unnerving.
It's just the sound
Me
of
personally.
the wind. Just the sound of the wind.
So, Tash, could I ask you some questions?
Depends on the question.
Okay. So I know I said I wouldn't pry too much, and I don't want to pry too much. But it is weighing quite heavily on my mind. So why did you leave Lagos in a way that they are actively looking for you?
I killed them.
Well, I know that, but I mean, like, did you kill them? Did you kill them like in your homeland?
Yeah. I had a group under my command, and I murdered them.
Ha! Aha! Mm-hmm. I want to ask why, but if you're not comfortable with that, you don't have to answer that.
I killed them because they obeyed orders.
Could you please elaborate on that? This is oddly direct and oddly vague.
I'm sorry, I just read the chat.
Yeah, no, look at this fucking chat.
That was a mistake.
It's always a mistake.
It's kind of complicated. I didn't entirely mean to do it. But at the same time, I think I wasn't wholly wrong.
When you said because they were following orders, was it orders that you didn't agree with? Like very morally wrong order?
I don't think it was the moral part that bothered me. It was the part where it would make me break a promise.
Oh, okay. Not going to lie. You just gave me more questions that I would like to ask, but I don't want to be a bother. But am I gonna bother? Like,
I don't want to be a bother.
Do it, you
but
coward.
am I?
Can I make a will save?
Against your own curiosity?
Sure,
Yes.
yeah. I'll set the DC at 15.
Okay, I'm rolling the Tesh dice. Never mind. Tesh wants me to bother.
Oh man!
I rolled a natural 1. Like I'm gonna bother. Okay. Okay. Break a promise. Okay. What? Well, what was the promise?
I'd rather not say. It doesn't really matter now because I broke it anyway.
Oh, okay. Alternate question.
You're full of them tonight.
Well, like I said, I think I did a very good job holding all these questions back. You know,
I suppose this was inevitable.
yes. That then, well, I kind of know. I think I'm pretty much the only one here who kind of knows the other name thing that I will not call you because you said that wasn't your name. That's not your name. Good. But I do know stories from that. So yeah, alternate question about your ghost sense from today. Did that come from the promise breaking?
I don't know. Maybe.
Could I be a nerd for like 2 seconds?
Can I stop you?
Well, I think physically you can, yes.
Go ahead.
Well, because curses are kind of my thing, and I'm not saying it is entirely a curse, but low-key kind of fits the brief of a curse. Do you think maybe because you said that the ghost sense is new, and then you also did say that you being here is also new, and that you also did break the promise anyways. Do you think maybe that is why you have your little very angry ghost sense? Because it's kind of a curse.
I don't know if it's so much a curse as something that's been waiting a very long time to finally have her day. I think I've carried it longer than I knew.
You know, that also fits in curses.
Can't say I know a lot about a curse.
Yeah, those bitches are kind of vague in that way. They can lay dormant for a very, very long time and then just come out of fucking nowhere and ruin the rest of your day, maybe life. Depending on how.
Well,
but that is kind of what they are. They can be a very in the moment kind of thing, and then they can last forever. It's that is the vague part, and that is why they're bitches.
are they usually cast by people you know?
They can be, yeah. Curses at the utmost basis understanding usually tend to be something with a lot of feeling or a lot of magic, and it's usually like an either or kind of thing. So I mean, in Miss Lila's case, it was magic, but in other cases, like maybe this one, it could have just been a very, very, very passionate feeling.
Maybe it is a curse. Deal with it either way.
It doesn't look like it's killing you, so I mean that is a semi.
Oh, it's sure trying. How do you know so much about curses?
Okay, because I asked you lots of questions, I'll answer some of yours. I went to school and I was like, well, this is a cool subject, and that is part of it, yes.
So you went to school to study curses because they fascinate you?
A little bit, yes. the well, ancient cities are fascinating. You know, all that kind of jazz. The occult is kind of fascinating, and all that kind of jazz. The curses kind of just happen to come with it, especially with my type of magic. It is very very
Cursed.
intertwined. Yeah, cursed. Yeah, that's a good pun.
So, your magic is a curse?
Oh no, no. My magic is
Ah.
spontaneous. But the school of it, I think, is called. 1 second. Sorry, the tradition that it falls under is a bit different. Yeah. I mean, I know a curse now. I did it on my teacher.
You cursed your teacher?
But when we fought her and she was a zombie, yes.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get a fun anecdote about cursing your teacher.
Oh no, what?
But no,
I'm
just a tragic battle.
yeah, yeah. How else to respond to that besides yeah?
Yeah.
But yes, that is more of a reason why I know about the curse.
Oh, I hope your lessons taught you well, considering we seem to be relying on your curse knowledge.
Well, I hope they do. I would like personally to make a career out of it if I can. That would be kind of
Curse breaking?
yeah. Like I could walk around and be like, I'm a curse breaker.
There's worse professions to take. Could have had mine.
No, your job is so great. Everybody needs you. You will always be on demand. You will always.
Yeah, and on that note, you do come to the end of your watch, and you go and wake Marrow and Grunt.
All right, let's start watching things.
Yep, Marrow and Grunt, give me perception checks.
Go gamer.
26 and 21.
21. Yeah, I got 21. Grunt got 26.
Yet again, you hear nothing, you see nothing. The woods are silent except.
This is never going to be not ominous, I think. The fact that there's just absolutely nothing scurrying around.
I think over the course of this watch, Grun will sneak off for a second and go look for as many, like in the immediate area, sigil size things, like pieces of
There's a lot
bark.
of trees.
Yeah, like she'll
There are a
make
lot
a
of
collection of bark,
Uh-huh.
like let's say 10 pieces of bark that she will pre-sigil, because if she's not allowed to put it on the thing, she's going to mark her territory some way.
Okay. You're able to collect up enough bark. Mara, are you doing anything in particular during this watch?
I think I should be checking in with the wind, but I feel like tonight Mara has a lot more to think about than that. So I'm not. I'm just gonna kind of keep watch, because also I think it's like out of character. Also, just the idea is just like, hey, I'm definitely fine. They say lying and then they don't contact them again for like a week is like that's like an accidental heart attack, but it fits. So like they're gonna just keep watch the best that they can and kind of like see if I can hear anything, think about life, make sure like Gun's gone for a little while. Don't worry about it too much,
Yeah. It's that your watches pass quietly, and then you go and wake up Ileana.
There you go, Ileana. Have a fun watch.
Plan on it.
All right,
The
Ileana.
fun part is Ileana is never alone because of the cat.
Yeah, you do have a second set of eyes. Give me a perception check.
That is going to be a 16.
16?
Yep.
Yeah, same as everybody else. No sounds, no movements.
How many spells do I get to feed the cat?
3. Yeah, and while you're doing it, why don't you give me a will save?
That's gonna be a 17.
17.
Yep.
You feel the pull again of wanting you to come back and get the mask. You can resist it if you want.
Yeah, we're gonna resist.
Cool. Yeah,
Not-
it's there in the back of your mind constantly. You know, you want to go find it. You want to take a look at it. You want to learn more about it, but you're able to stop yourself and not do that. Anything else you want to do on your watch?
Not I can think.
Yeah. You feed the 3 spells to Briarsting and add them to your book, and then the sun starts to come up. Everybody wakes up. Do your spell prep and all that stuff. I think you guys said you were going to go check out the mine today.
Did we?
I think today we were gonna split up while Valen maps everything out from like the higher spire.
Yeah.
We could do the mine, but I think I'd rather do the mine together.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Bellin was saying that he's okay on his own if you guys wanted to go off and do.
Yeah, he can be okay on his own. We can still look, like, split up and look around the entire city. Right now, we know that the mine is the most haunted thing here.
Yeah.
I think Valen should come with us when we go into the mines, just to we don't have to go in, piss off everything haunted in it, and then when we come back again with Valen, it's just everything already knows that we pissed it off, you know? If there's anything in there, because it's probably haunted.
Yeah. All right.
Out of character. Oh my god, it's like a friendship party today.
So we're
make
splitting up today?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Cool. I call this with Tash.
Dibs. There's no dibs.
Don't
I wanted to go with Groon.
Yes. No, we could. I call dibs. You got to respect dibs.
There's going to be like even uneven group. You are 5 people.
True.
So it's either one group of 3, 2 groups of 2, or one group of 2. Or
for safety, we should probably split up the healers.
I'm
We
going with
should stay
Tick.
together.
Yeah, I can go with Ileana if she'd like.
So Marrow and Ileana and Tesh, Grund, and Astraea.
At the very least, we
Oh.
should also split up the healing potions
healers.
in case
Oh,
a healer
that
goes
works.
down.
Yeah.
Can Ileana heal?
Yeah, I think Ileana has healing spells. Yeah, she used them to save Grund once.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank God. I was about to be like, if I'm stuck with the only non-healer, this is a bad mix of adding Tesh with 2 healers and then Romero gets no healers.
You know what? One of you are also good with the healer's kit, right? Why not take my one for now, and you can give it back after.
Mm-hmm.
But just in case you need it today, here, you can take this one.
Yeah, I think both Marrow and Ileana are trained with medicine, so you can use a healer.
I'm very good at medicine, yeah.
There's
I'm
Kip,
pretty
but
good
Okay, so but I do want it back. But today, yes, it would make more sense if one of you had it.
Okay. So you have your groups, and who is gonna go where?
Can Tiger go by the harbor?
The harbor?
Yes. I live by a harbor, so I feel like we be the harbor experts.
Okay. Marrow and Ileana, where do you want to go?
I don't mind dicking around in the castle some more to see what else is there.
Cool.
It means we can stay near Valen and we can see cool royal stuff.
Okay. So Astraea, Tesh, and Grun, you head off towards the harbor, and Marrow and Ileana, you head towards the castle, and you're the ones that I'm going to start with.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Sauce.
So, Ileana.
Yes.
This is when we're gone for everyone's I know you mentioned that you were looking into the crystals because it was something that happened to your home, correct?
Yes.
Perhaps we can do a little bit of research here. If there's any information, it would probably either be here or in that tower we were at earlier. If you want, I can help you look.
I think it would be worth it.
All right, let's start looking to see if there's anything about the crystals this time that we've made.
Is secretly plotting that as soon as they go back to the tower, she's taking the damn mask.
I mean, Marrow doesn't know shit yet, so like.
Hey, if you wanted to suggest the tower, I'm pretty sure would be like, okay.
I mean, Marrow's like, yeah, sure. I mean, if you want to go there, I just want to like find books and shit, you know. But
Eager though, that's the thing. Is like because she knows Astraea saw her with the mask the day before, she doesn't want to like eagerly go there.
Be like,
first.
yes, let's go back to the castle. So yeah, you go back to the castle. So you're gonna head back to the library.
That would be the best bet. Yeah.
Okay.
The castle, not the wizard's tower, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It at some point during the night must have rained because all the wood is very soft and bendy. Another word. So when you step into the library, it's a weird feeling stepping on this like old decaying wood, and then you step onto this rug, and then suddenly the floor below you gives out, and I need Marrow and Ileana for you to both roll me reflex saves.
Oh no, it's a trap door. I got 19.
Ooh, maybe not doomed.
My reflex is a +9, so like
13.
So you both like try and reach out for something, but you reach out for each other.
Oh no!
So neither of you is holding on to anything as you plummet through 2 floors of the castle.
And mind you, you have to remember we've got the cat. Do I need to make a reflex saving throw for the cat?
No, the cat's fine. Cat lands on its feet. And you both.
Can I try to, if we're holding on to each other, can I try to take the brunt of the fall because I have Cat's Grace and like reduce the damage for both of us, if that makes sense?
Sure, yeah. You sort of arrange that you're gonna take you're gonna hit the ground first.
I'm going to hold Ileana and make sure that she doesn't get hurt because she's squishier than I am.
Yep. And you all come just onto this cold, hard stone floor, and you take 5 damage.
Right, I'll live with it.
Mm-hmm. And you are. It is dark. So if you don't have, I think you both have dark vision. So you're both, or at least low light vision.
I only have low light.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see the area around where you are.
But I have a spell for that.
Yep, you have dancing lights. So are you gonna cast it?
Yes.
Okay, you cast your dancing lights and just sort of send them out to see where you are, and they reflect red everywhere. And then you can kind of hear scratching noises and watch as several figures just sort of rise up from where they are.
13!
Rise up from where they are, and they, make sort of groaning noises. And this is where we're gonna end it.
Oh,
I want to get behind me.
I knew it.
Oh no! Hey guys, it was nice knowing you.
Really?
Running is always an option.
It is always an option.
If there's somewhere to run to, they just fell through the floor.
Yeah, we fell through the floor. Where the fuck are we gonna run?
A side note. Fucking hell, Chad. You couldn't have let me have my beefy wife date.
I mean, Tesh picked that out specifically. Tesh was like, I don't want to be on a wife date right now. So we're like,
Tesh is like, I want to be with Grud.
Okay, I'm just imagining that this shore date is gonna go really smoothly and really nice. It's gonna be sweet, and then like we all meet up. Marrow's almost dead. Ileana's like half dying. It's like, what happened to you guys? It's like more zombies, but they're under the city.
Just like the ultimate jump cuts where you like just hear like all screaming and then like do 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 like loving glances and
nice quiet day by the harbor.
We have a beach episode. We're just playing fucking volleyball and some shit.
It just cuts back randomly to just screaming and fighting for their lives.
Yeah.
Oh man.
God. Hey, I hope.
I almost said like maybe Grun should go with them so they have like a full healer. But then I'm like, no, I already said I wanted to go with Grun, so I'm not gonna like take backs these.
Yeah, it's just like these three are just chilling, and it's just us. It's just like, Ileana, stay behind because if I die, you can run. And Ileana's like, fuck you.
Yeah, but yeah, we will wrap things up. Everybody will get to hear what happens to Mero and Ileana, and it'll be interesting because we're actually not recording it this week. Next week, we're doing our Halloween one shot next week.
Halloween one shot.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Murder house time.
Which by the time you guys are here, it will have actually been long out.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. But yes.
Yeah.
Please remember to like,
Survive or
share,
not.
and subscribe.
Eat those vegetables.
And eat those vegetables. We have up to 3 reviews on iTunes, and that is amazing.
Thanks.
And if you guys are enjoying it, please let us know. We are on all social media at Goblets and Gays. We are most active on Twitter. I'm very, very active on Twitter. I respond to things very fast.
And we're also in our Discord.
Yes, we do have a Discord. The link is on our Twitter. I tweet it regularly. I need to make a new pinned tweet with all of our important links. I'm lazy. But yes, join our Discord. Talk to us about the episodes. We're usually around.
To know what you think.
Yeah.
And thank you for listening and reviewing.
And subscribing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And thinking we're cool.
Oh, it's always feeling like, enjoying it. I'm like,
We are
feels so
not
nice.
worthy.
It feels so nice. Yes, we will see everybody in 2 weeks. Remember to eat your vegetables, and we love you.
Bye.
Be gay. Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.